every day, late at night, not okay.
I wish I could just lie to all of you. Like, I've just been up and about, basically doing nothing. Like zero, nothing, guys. My face is still doing good, I guess, into this video, or let me say, dig into this video. Anyways, hi guys, welcome and welcome back to Favorite Talkmate. My name is Sally, and today we're going to have a fun episode, a story time episode, and we are going to laugh and see how clowny, or the kind of clowns that we can be at times. Okay, so I hope you subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below and let's begin. Okay, so I had to change my position to have a clear background. Okay, so today I'm going to tell a story that dates it goes back way to when I was a teenager. Actually, I didn't even plan for this story. I was planning to do something else on YouTube, but I'm going to do that on my next video. So I decided to travel down memory lane, and I was like, girl, you've been through a lot too. Not through a lot, but okay, you'll judge as we continue. Okay, so I think I just turned 18 at that moment. I had finished high school. When did we finish high school? September, October? I don't even know, I forgot. So the next year I had turned, and I was trying to make ends meet, you know. At that time we were still waiting for the results were not out by then. So I don't know, I'm not so sure. The results were not out, so we were waiting for the results, then waiting to join uni. So it's like a grace period where you have so much time in your hands, and basically there's nothing to do with this time for a job, because looking time and in Kenya was quite hard, because you know you have no qualifications, nothing, so you can't even get job recommendations. You know, it was some ish kind of thing. So I was in town. I even forgot what I was doing in town, but this all started by me being in town on that particular day. Okay, so before I go ahead with this story, I want to make it clear that I'm not doing this story to shame anyone. I'm not doing this story like, you know, some people might think, oh, I want to have revenge, oh, blah, blah, blah. No. I'm just doing this story so that at the end of it, someone can learn a lesson, especially for the young people. So that's the reason why we are doing this story time today. So I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm not trying to, you know, talk or feel bad about anyone and that sort of thing. Okay, so I was in town that day. Then I met this guy. I knew him because we used to be schoolmates in primary school at that time. So I knew him. I knew him, you get. So we met. I'm like, hi, I'm going to call him let's call him Haraka. Haraka means fast. So I'm going to call him Haraka. So I'm like, hi Haraka, hi Sally. It's been long knowing you, blah blah blah. Oh, blah blah. Oh, what are you doing in town? I'm like, oh, what was I even doing in town? I forgot. Then Haraka is like, oh, by the way, since I'm waiting for you to join uni, do you have a job? I'm like, no, I don't have a job. And Haraka is like, oh, I can get you a job. I'm like, hallelujah, this is heaven sent, God sent, you know. Haraka tells me he can get me a job, so I get his contacts. You know, hey, anyone who can get you a job at that time, you get the contacts. You don't play around. So I get Haraka's contacts, and then we kept in touch. So he told me, oh, the job is at this and this place. I've talked to the person already, so you can go have an interview, and if his job, then voila, you have the job. I prayed, fasted, ready for the job. I went. So it so happens that this workplace, Haraka used to work there, but he was quitting. Yeah, so I was more or less his replacement. So I replaced Haraka on the job, and I took over the job. So after replacing Haraka on the job, because he knew everyone around there, it was a writing job, more or less like the online writing that goes on nowadays, but for that one, like, we were doing it for a certain company, a certain person in an office and all that. So because he knows everyone there, he could pop in anytime, you know. Oh, Sally, I've brought you some lunch. I'm like, oh, Haraka, you the best, you the best. You're not just giving me the job, but you're even bringing me lunches, you know. He could come, oh, Sally, let's go home. At that time, he happened to know my home because, as I said, we schooled together in primary school. Yeah, so we were that close kind of friends. Oh, Haraka, you the best. You've been coming to drop me home. Things like that. Little did I know. Little did I know what was waiting. Little did I know what was seriously waiting for me. So one day during lunch break, Haraka is like, oh, Sally, I'm in town. I'm coming over to take you. Let's go for lunch. I'm like, hey, teenager me. Let's go, Haraka. At that time, my cue, I was in a relationship at that time. So Haraka comes to go for lunch. Then Haraka proposes. He wants me to be the girlfriend. I'm like, yo, Haraka, I'm in a relationship and this guy is really nice to me. Like, he has not done anything for me to just work out on him, you know. So yeah, let's just be friends. Like, just accept the fact that I'm in a relationship and let's be friends. Haraka was like, okay, let me give you time. I know with time you can change your mind and all that. Time. I think Haraka was running impatient. So one time he comes after work and he's like, Sally, you like me, right? I'm like, yeah, I like you as a friend. He's like, I'll make you like me, don't worry. You see, I can get you jobs, I can buy you lunch, blah blah blah. Like, we're going to have it tonight. We're going to build empires. We're going to cross the rivers and valleys and all that. I'm like, wow, I see a life here, I see a future here. Then I'm like, Haraka, you know what, I like you, yes, but I don't know how to end my other relationship. Haraka is like, worry not, my dear, give me your phone. Stupid me. I give Haraka the phone. Guys, do you know Haraka composed the breakup text for composed my breakup text with that guy? Like, guys, I broke through a text composed by Haraka. How stupid was I? Like, he composed it and he was like, what do you think about this? Can you read it? I'm like, oh, it's nice, good, sharp. He sent it. Guys, can you imagine that? Like, what kind of clown was I? What kind of clown was I? And even after sending it, he blocked him. Can you imagine, guys? He blocked him on my phone and deleted his number on my phone. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Definitely he was hurt, you know. I didn't even know how to approach. The other guy was, he tried to approach my friends over, but I was gone, enjoying life with Haraka. Fast forward, life was good, life was Gucci. Fast forward. So actually, I could have been smart enough to know that that's where the drama began, right? But here is where the real drama begins. The results were out. I was expecting a miracle to get an A or even an A minor, but I didn't. I got a B plus. So getting a B plus meant that my top limited. Of course, I didn't fail. Like, I still passed, but like, I couldn't just sit down like a boss and choose what I wanted. So initially I wanted to do law, and I was like, come on, Imbaya, then international relations. So my results came. You know that I don't know how they do it now, but you know that time when the results come, you need to go to, I think, the job website and apply and all that, right? My results came. At that time I'm with Haraka. I'm like, oh, Haraka, I got this. Oh, congratulations. So let's go and apply for uni. The day we were going to apply for uni, I went with who? Haraka. We sit there, we apply. That time there was no like Wi-Fi the way it is now, so we had to go to a cyber. You sit down, you apply. Then Haraka tells me, Haraka was in KU, Kenyatta University. So Haraka tells me, actually, you know what? It would be so nice if you can join me in KU. I'm like, oh, Haraka, your wish is my command. We start choosing courses. So international, like, how many points? Did I have 7 or 72 points? I haven't forgot. But my points were actually on the higher side of B+. So I had a chance of applying relations. Actually, I really wanted, like, my heart desire was to go to Moi University in Eldoret. The reason is I don't really like big cities, and I just love Eldoret. I just like the atmosphere and all that. So I had a chance of applying to LD. I had a chance of applying to Maseno Uni. I had a chance of applying to UON. But Haraka be like, please, it's better if you come to KU, girl. So I had to UON, bye bye. Maseno, bye bye. Moi LD, bye bye. Can you imagine? We chose not courses that related to international relations just because I want to go to KU. Just because the reason why I want to go to KU is to be with Haraka. Can you imagine? Like, what? How? I don't even know. Like, I was not thinking. We apply. Then the day when the courses are rolled out, that day arrives. I was called to KU as Haraka had wished. But you know what? I was called to do library science. Like, guys, what is library science to start with? No offense to those who are doing library science, no offense at all, but this was the last thing I had ever imagined. Actually, I had never even known there's a course called library science until they called me to do it. My mom, then I tell my mom, the courses are out. She's like, oh, why haven't we called for library science? She's like, what is that? Can you imagine? So I tell Haraka I'm not happy I've been called to KU to do library science. Haraka is like, worry not. You're not going to do library science. You'll come to KU, then we change the course for you, blah, blah, blah. Guys, like, if I come to think of it, Haraka, I feel like Haraka was talking like, it's like his father is the president of Kenya, you know. So I'm like, oh, Haraka, you said it. You know it all, Haraka. You've been in KU. You know how things go on in KU. So worry not. I'm going to join you in KU. I'm going to do libraries. I'm going to join you in KU. And we are going to change my course from library science to the course of my choice. Sometimes, have you ever felt, sometimes have you ever felt that you're God's last born? You know, like, have you ever felt like, God, I'm your last born? Because sometimes God comes through, you know. Sometimes God comes through. No matter how you mess, he will come through and fix it for you. So one day after I even started shopping for KU, guys. My mom was like, oh, we need to buy you clothes for uni, blah, 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 blah. I was shopping. I even started shopping for KU. Then one day, just when we were chilling with Haraka, my mom called. And my mom was like, hey, Sally, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling. She's like, oh, there's a chance to go to KU. Would you consider it? I'm like, oh, there's a chance to go to China, sorry. There's a chance to go to China. Would you consider it? I'm like, ma, China, how is this possible? She's like, would you consider it? Yes or no? I said, yes. I heard that I'm leaving the country. I said yes. So at that time we were with Haraka, right? Also, I finished the call with my mom. Is like, when you come home, we're going to talk about this. Haraka is like, why are you saying yes? I'm like, hey, Haraka, God is good. Haraka, I've gotten a chance to go to China. To do what? I don't know, but I've gotten a chance to go to China. Haraka is like, so you mean you're going to China? You're going to leave me here? I'm like, Haraka, it's China we are talking about. Haraka is like, no. You know, we can't do long distance, blah, blah, blah. How can you go to China and leave me here? I'm like, Haraka, you know I love you, Haraka, but We are going to China. I am going to China. I'm not changing that. I already changed KU for you. I'm not changing China anymore. Okay, Haraka had no option. He had two options actually. Either to break up with me at the time or to go with the flow. Don't mind the noise at the back, okay? Or to go with the flow. So he joined the flow. Oh, I'm going to China. Congratulations. So after that I got to know the course I'm going to do in China. Like I got to know about all the China details. So let's leave that alone. So after getting all this information, fast forward, I think I waited for like, was it 3 or 4 months? I even forgot. Quite like it was a period of time, because at that time I didn't have a passport. I have to apply for passport, wait for the living certificate to come out, blah blah blah. It was quite a process, so I had to wait. But I was sure that I was going to China. I even left my KU slot. Bye bye KU at that time. So fast forward, I think a month or 2 months later, Haraka tells me, do you know what? I don't know if this is a sign or what, but nowadays everywhere I go, I listen to this song. No, I listen to this song. Like everywhere I go, people are playing this song. I'm like, Haraka, what are you talking about? Haraka, which song? Nilikuwa na mpenzi wangu, tulipendana kama nyama, alibarikiwa kwenda ng'ambo. You guys know the song, right? Stella wangu. So Haraka tells me, and that is everywhere I go, I listen to people playing Stella wangu. I'm like, so Haraka, what are you trying to say? Haraka is like, what I'm trying to say is, I feel like I'm getting signs or a prophecy, or you know, I'm just getting a feeling that you're going to be Stella. When you go to China, you'll be Stella. You'll come back with someone else. You're going to leave me. You're going to come back when you're married, after a long time with someone else, blah, blah, blah. You're going to leave me. Oh, I'm not okay with this idea, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Haraka, so what should we do? Because I'm not changing my mind at all. Haraka just had to live with it. So in his thinking, he already imagined that things are going to turn out like Stella Wangu style, you know? So fast forward. The day for me to travel finally came, and yeah, thank God, Haraka accepted it, and here I am. So this is where the final drama that there were also some small dramas, but they are not so funny as this final drama. This is where the final drama unfolds, guys. So this is where the final drama unfolds. So after I went to China, you know, there's a time difference. Like China is 6 hours ahead of Kenya, right? So it definitely means that my communication with Haraka for the first few days, as I'm settling in, and as he is also settling in, our communication trend is going to be affected, because definitely probably by the time he's sleeping, I'll be awake, and by the time I'll be awake, he'll probably be sleeping. Like we will have a short time period during the day when we are both awake to actually chat and have meaningful conversations and all that. I explained all this to Haraka, but Haraka could not take it. No, Stella wangu, ako kazini. Haraka was imagining that I'm just Stella wangu. Seriously, can you imagine? Like, we could argue about this the whole time. I'm like, Haraka, I told you already about this time difference. Haraka, I am doing nothing. I'm just studying. I'm with no one. I'm so innocent. I'm doing nothing. Haraka, seriously, you have to understand this. Haraka. So this is the funny part. This is not the dramatic part. You know, like those calls you have before you sleep, blah blah blah, right? So yeah, I used to have those calls, and I think he finally grasped the time difference thing. So each time I used to have a call with Haraka could be like, what's that sound? What's that sound? I can hear some sound. What are you doing? Who is moving around you? What's happening? Blah blah blah. I'm like, Haraka, what are you talking about? Like, which sound are you talking about? Guys, do you know the sound Haraka was referring to? Like, it took me like 2 weeks to figure out this. We were in the room in the hostel. So that time I had a roommate. So in our room we had a fridge, right? So this fridge, every fridge makes some sound. It's not like it's some quiet sound, right? Can you imagine on call someone can hear that sound on a call? Like, what kind of CID expert is this? Guys, Haraka was something else. Oh my, Haraka could hear this sound. So all the time, the sound he used to referring to, oh, you're with someone, oh, who is that moving around? It was the fridge. It was the fridge. Can you imagine? It was the fridge. So when I realized it was the fridge, one time I called him and told him, Haraka, the sound you've been listening to is the fridge. He's like, no, it can't be the fridge. Can you prove it? Then I put the phone next to the fridge and I was like, can you hear that? So that's what you've been accusing me of. So fast forward, it just couldn't work out. It just couldn't work out because Haraka was so insecure. I think the Stella Wangu mentality kind of got into him, and I was like, you know what? I'm too young. I am too young to do this. So let's just end it. Yeah. Go find your peace. Let me find my peace. So that's it. That's the end of this story. Yeah, so basically that's the story. Like, guys, I literally sacrificed my career path and what I wanted to do. Like, I literally sacrificed this just to please a man. Can you imagine? Like, I sacrificed this. But who is God, you know? God was like, my child, I'm not done with you yet. You know, I don't, like, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, oh God, if you could not have come through for me, where could I be? Like, what could I be doing? Because probably I could have ended up in KU with Haraka, and probably we could have broken up. Oh, relationship gone wrong, career gone wrong, life gone wrong. Like, what could I have been doing? But so the moral of this story is to young girls, especially those of you who are finishing high school, waiting to get into uni, blah 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 blah. Don't do things to please people. Because what if these people are not in the equation anymore? So what's next? So yeah, that's my advice. Don't do things to please people. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. Yeah, like follow your heart. Don't do things to please people. I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know the kind of clown you were. Like, let me know your most clown-ish moments, or let me know the kind of stupid things you did that you came to realize before. Comment below. I want to know. And also, thank you so much. We are at 220 subscribers. God is so good. I'm so happy. So right now, let's head over for 300 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I hope you've subscribed already. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know, share this with your friends and family and everyone around you. Thank you all so much once more for tuning into my channel. Bye. Peace.